Hi guys, it's Thursday. Went to the doctor yesterday. I told you guys I had a doctor's appointment for my medication. And so I didn't get to see my doctor. I got to see his assistant, some young lady. And when I say young lady, she's probably in her 30s, maybe even 40s. But since I'm in my 60 plus zone, they're young to me. Anyway, she hip hollered in there and she jumped up on the exam table and crossed her legs in Indian style and looked at me and started getting into all my business about why I take the medication that's on the screen and what each medication is for. And then she gets into my anxiety medication and she says, "Why are you taking these meds?" And I said, "Well, I've been seeing Dr. Mullen for 20 years now. He knows everything about me. He knows about my prehistory. I came in when I first saw him on medication from a doctor that sold his business after Obama won because he refused to let somebody tell him especially the government, on how long he can be in a talk with his patients and how much he can charge and all that stuff. I didn't think he was going to really do it, but he did it, and that's another story. Dr. Hockenberry is a wonderful, wonderful doctor, and so was his father. Rest in peace. What a lovely man. But anyway, so she gets to my anxiety medication and my Valium. Now, I take Lexapro. It's wonderful. It is the only medication that I've ever been on for my anxiety that actually works. And if I forget to take my Valium when I go out into the public because I have agoraphobia and PTSD and I can't stand to be in a line or in a warehouse because people could touch me that I don't know, and I hate to be touched by anybody. And I have to take Valium at night because I have horrendous night terrors where I am afraid that someone's going to come into my room, into my bed, and get into bed with me and do horrible things to me. And before I had the Valium, I used to have Xanax to put me to sleep. But Xanax wears off. I don't know if any of you guys know that. Xanax is only like a 20-minute thing. It works real fast and you get through the task, but then you get back to your safe zone. Valium works all night, and my husband doesn't get the shit beat out of him. And so she's sitting there and, questioning me on why am I not going into therapy? And I said, I've been in therapy since 1988. I've had therapy all the way up to 2023, I think was the last time, 24. Every once in a while I go in for what I call a tune-up. And unpopular, because a lot of doctors believe that you can get over anything and you don't have to take medication for the rest of your life. Childhood trauma never goes away. I don't care who you are. It just never goes away. It doesn't. It's there, always, in your brain, right there waiting to tell you how ugly you are, that you don't deserve anything, that you're going to be killed or your family's going to be killed, and that this is what you deserve, and so just take it. If all kinds of horrible things, that's what you're made for, and just all kinds of horrible things. And when it came to the church, the Monsignor, of course, God was calling me, because I wanted to be a nun at one time. And of course, you will be, he said, well, if you become a nun, that means that you're married to God, and basically you do what God tells you to do. And if God chooses you to do these things, then you must do these things. And you know what? I bet you there are a lot of nuns that are being sexually assaulted in the church just because of that. Because I've heard it. I heard it in my own ear. And I bet you there are so many of them. It's so sad. But anyways, yeah. So she wanted to get into my business. And you know what? When people like that want to get into my business, I simply say to them, yes, I survived sex trafficking from the age of 5 to the age of 11, 12. Is there anything else you want to know? And that shuts him up. You know, but I was there to get a refill on a prescription. I wasn't there to make a friend. I wasn't there to share a story. I wasn't there to go through my whole entire history of some woman that I only saw because my doctor was too busy. Because I don't usually see his assistants because of that. You know, his assistants are wonderful people, I suppose. But they're not the ones that gave me my epidurals for the last, 20 years. They're not the person that knows every single thing about me, who shared, in my ups and downs through my family. My sister dying, the birth of my grandson, my daughter's college graduation, his first grandchild, his unfortunate marriage and divorce, just everyday things that, we talked about. I mean, I know him. If I saw him on the street, I probably would talk to him and have lunch and all that other stuff, because he's really a nice guy, and I enjoy having discussions with him. I'm not on the same level as him. He's highly intelligent. I'm highly talkative. I know a little bit about a lot of things, enough to make people upset that I don't know more. So people go away. Some people that spend a very short time with me go away and think that, wow, she's so smart, But the people who stay and listen to me go away and go, she's so full of shit. Because I am so full of shit. Don't take anything that I say as from God to my mouth. Definitely is not. So anyway, just a little anything and nothing at all information about yesterday. And then I think I've been telling you guys that I've been cheating really, really bad on my gluten intake. Last week was awful. And I mean awful. So yesterday I had one hell of a purge. And that is my body just resetting by eliminating every single thing inside my body. And I was on the toilet all day long. And it was god awful. But yes. Digestive issues. Gluten is my enemy. Big time. Big time. And I had some bread. And bread is so freaking delicious. And so freaking horrendous on my gut. I hate it. And then we had some excellent pasta. I had a pasta casserole with cheese and everything from inside the oven. I baked it and it was so good. So good. I added extra sauce so that the pasta wouldn't get too dry, and it didn't. And it came out. Even my husband was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Because it was. And I made cupcakes. So I haven't had one in the last 2-3 days. But yeah. I made cupcakes for my husband because he's a cupcake fiend and he eats, I made 22 cupcakes, and he ate 20. Because I ate 4 over 2 days. 2 on the first day, 2 on the second day. So yeah. He ate them all. He's a cupcake fiend. But that's him, not me. So anyways, that was it. That was it. And you know what, guys? I can't stand this gray hair crap. I really can't. I think I'm going to have to either I'm going to have to cut it all, have it all cut off, or have it colored, because I can't stand it. It looks like shit. It truly does. My stomach is growling because I'm hungry now. Everything's out of my system. So yeah, that's it. Really, basically nothing else is happening. Waiting for my husband to get home so I can have a salad and chicken, and that's about it. Salad and chicken. and chicken salad. Good Lord, chicken salad sounds wonderful, doesn't it? I'm gonna have some chicken salad. I'm gonna make it. So yeah, we're just sitting around doing nothing. It's hot as hell again. Hate this weather. It's hot and humid and yucky. Hot and humid and yucky. And I have to call the doctor and find out if I'm allowed to get that Botox and filler done before I have my surgery. Surgery is scheduled for October 12th. Yay, 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 yay. So that's it, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful Thursday, the 20th. I'll see you again. Peace out. Oh, and guess what else? We got 5 subscribers yesterday. High five, hi. Yay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. God, I hate that gluten. Why do I eat it then?